Back with you, Griswold. Happy to be joined by Director of Physical Education Athletics at Lewis and Clark College, Shana Levine.
Thanks,
First chance
Ryan.
to meet you.
Yes, this is exciting. Thank you for having me up here.
You're very welcome. You're in your first year as the Director of Physical Education Athletics. Give us your background. What brought you to Lewis and Clark, and prior to being a Pioneer, what were you doing?
Sure. I came in July, so I've only been here for about 3 short months, and I'm getting fully integrated into campus. I'm actually living in the dorms right now.
That is full integration.
Full
absolutely.
integration, laundry and all. So I'm getting used to it, but came most recently from Washington and Lee University in Lexington, Virginia, so made the full trek across the country. Prior to that was at the NCAA National Office for about 6 years. So I've been in Division III my whole life. I'm a Division III student athlete and had a short stint at the University of Pittsburgh for law school. But other than that, Division III is my passion, and Lewis and Clark, being an academically selective institution, really spoke to me. Portland is great. Today aside, Portland is great, and Lewis and Clark seemed like a perfect fit when we were looking for kind of the next step in the career.
Yeah, rain is well known in Portland, but not the wind that we've been seeing today. Certainly, you mentioned you living in the dorms. What's been the weirdest thing that you've encountered, just given the fact that you're, I guess, reverting back to student life slightly?
Yes, going back to the fire drills, and when people pull the alarm, you actually have to get up and go. So my husband and dog and I are all living in a nice small room on campus and getting to know folks well. It's the dog loves it because he gets pet constantly, but I'm excited to start looking for housing elsewhere. How's that?
Yeah, that's understandable. Absolutely. You look at this football game. This is just one of the many sports going on for Lewis and Clark right now. This is a place that I'm sure was attractive even for the facilities and the quality of the programs. Talk about the fall sports, if you would, please. What stood out to you with some of those?
Yep, we have a good number of sports that are going along with football. Soccer is actually going to be playing here tomorrow against Pacific Lutheran, who's ranked #1 in the conference, so we've got a big game at noon there. And Lewis and Clark is third right now in the league, and they are at 9-4-2 on the season, so doing really well. Volleyball is 10-10, and they're headed up to Puget Sound this evening. And then cross country, they both have 2 really good young teams, and they'll be competing in the conference championship next weekend. So we have a lot going on this fall. All of our student athletes are working hard, and we love that you all come out and support them. Yeah,
that volleyball program last night, a tough 5-set defeat to Linfield, 15-12 in that final frame. That said, as you take over an athletic program and an athletic department, what do you see as some of the future objectives that you want to see for Lewis and Clark Athletics?
Yeah, it's not just me and what I want to see. I've actually spent a lot of time sitting down with our coaches and staff and student athletes and kind of hearing from them what they want. Because it's one thing if I really want something and no one else is on board, we're not going to get there. So we've really talked about being a well-respected athletic department. So within the conference athletically, as well as within the institution for academics and all the other things that we bring to the college. So just being a well-respected department across all sports. And that's something we are working on and working towards. And I think everyone's on board, and that's been great. The department has been great, and they have been really excited about kind of taking a couple steps forward. We've come a long way in the past couple of years, and we still have a long way to go. But we're really excited, and I think the student athletes are really excited, and that's why we do it.
Yeah, great programs at this college. Can't wait for basketball season getting underway.
Yes.
Swimming is coming up. You looking forward to the winter sports?
I am. The men's basketball is looking really good. I've just talked to Coach Foreman, and he is gung-ho about this season. We have a new women's basketball coach, Asha Jordan, coming to us from Occidental. She is excited as well just to kind of see what we have. We have 1 senior and 10 freshmen on that team, so it's a complete unknown, but we are excited, and as we've been saying, they're not going to be freshmen by the end of the season because they're going to have to jump right in and play. In swimming, we have a couple of great freshmen on board and a lot of returners, so it should be a good winter. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, you talked about football, having a lot of freshmen on their team. You turn over Keith Welch, and then you just described some of the new faces coming there. So really a new era for the athletic department, including your leadership 3 months in. But we're really excited to have you here, and definitely look forward to contributing and doing what we can to fill that vision that you and the department have.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate everyone listening. I appreciate you. All the support for the Pioneer Athletics is really what keeps the coaches and the student athletes going, so thank you all.
We'll talk about some of the ways you can support Pioneers Athletics, including the Pioneers Athletic Club, a little bit later in the halftime report. Shana Levine, Director of Physical Education Athletics, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Ryan.